for this. It says live video starting, but I don't think it is. Anyway, so instead, oh, I am live. Welcome to everybody on Facebook. We had a bit of an issue with the streaming. I'm in a hotel room at the moment and I'm live on Instagram to all the lovely people who've been so patient waiting while I try to reboot the Facebook and to join you for this live. So I'm live 6 p.m. Brisbane time. If you don't catch this right now, then you're listening to a replay. Enjoy the replay. So I'm in Australia and I have been holding a week of animal communication training, and perhaps some of my students from that week are here. Do say hello if you are. And I then on the 7th day I ended the week by taking people out on my friend's boat who runs a whale watching company called Whale Songs Noosa, and it's Peppy and Albie, and I highly recommend them if you are ever in this neck of the woods. And it was quite incredible. I went out twice, so with two different groups of students, and some of the people that went on this boat had never ever experienced seeing a humpback whale with their own eyes before, and I remember what that was like, and I remember that I was blown away, and I thought I'd share this story with you. And while I do, if you've just joined Facebook, I'm sorry that it was a bit late, but do come in and say where you are listening from in the world, because I'd love to know. So my story is this. See if you can go with me on this one. I was in my kitchen in London, and there was a postcard on my fridge that was of an image of a humpback whale, and I suddenly heard in my mind, with my inner voice, which is one of the ways that we can receive energetic information from animals, those we love and other species around. And the voice that I heard was, you have to come and see us. I said, I don't need to see you because I can communicate with you from my kitchen right here in the UK. And they said, no, you have to come and see us. And I happened to be going to Australia much later in the year, and I made a point of booking a whale watching tour. And I flew out, I taught in one area of Australia, and then I went up the Gold Coast to get this tour. And that night I communicated, okay, I'm here, I'm coming out tomorrow on the boat. This is the one opportunity for me to meet you. And in my mind, which is just like seeing images when we're dreaming, that's another way that we can receive information from animals. I had an image of a mother and her calf from the right side behind me, and then coming along the right side of me and then moving forward. So they're traveling from the behind right to the right side of me and then moving forward. And I thought, okay, next morning I'm on the boat. I was like, I'm on the boat, I'm coming out. This is my one opportunity to see you. I know that you said that you wanted me to experience you, eye to eye. Please come and meet me. And we traveled on this boat for ages, and then we got out into the ocean, and we're standing there, and I'm, sending love, saying, I'm here. This is the boat I'm on. I'm here. I'd love to see you. And then about 10 minutes after waiting, what happened was I suddenly saw a mother and her calf to the right side behind me, coming along my right side and then moving forward exactly how I'd seen them in my mind. And it was them. It was the ones that showed me that they were going to show up. And I had this connection with them, the mother. And have you ever seen a humpback whale in your life? Let me know, because I'd love to know what your response was to seeing them live, because what I felt was this huge love. I mean, just unbelievable love. My heart just, I don't know if it broke open, but it expanded so massively from seeing with my own eyes this humpback mother whale right beside me and with her calf. I know that Megan is saying on Instagram it's the most magical experience getting eye-to-eye contact with a whale. And there was someone saying, I have not yet. Yes, not yet, but prioritize it. I can't say that enough. And Rebecca said, yes, I swam with two, and one touched my hand with his pectoral fin in Hervey Bay. I was 2 meters from him in the water. I've just been to Hervey Bay, Rebecca Turner. I've literally just come back. I was there this morning. I'm like, where am I in my week? I was there this morning, and that's where I also went out on a boat and saw a lot of humpback whales and had a lot of communication with them. I love that you've been there too. What about people on Facebook? June, welcome. Trish, welcome. And Mary. So people from everywhere, Cornwall, Finland, Australia, everywhere here. Oh, Rebecca also says, I was crying under the water. Yeah, I mean, honestly, isn't it the most amazing experience? Okay, and Helen, hello, my love. She's from New South Wales, Australia. Beautiful place to live. The wildlife in Australia just blows my mind. I went to K'gari Island. It seems the locals, you call it Gary Island, who used to be called Fraser Island, but the indigenous peoples, they've just recently, I think it was last year, got the true name, their name for the island back, which is K''Gari, K'gari. I only had a day tour there. Has anyone else been? Have you ever been there? You might have been there when it was called Fraser Island. I didn't know what to expect. I really didn't do any research apart from the fact that I felt really drawn to go there. I was being drawn, do I go to K'gari Island or do I go to Tasmania? And then my friend, who's Australian but living in Ireland, said, it's going to be really cold in Tasmania. Are you sure you want to go there after being on the Sunshine Coast? And I went, not so sure. So I think K'gari Island wins. Oh my God, that's another amazing place. I don't know if I can share on social media the experiences I had when I was there. And I still feel they are integrating into my energy system, and that I have way more communication to do after being there. This jade, I placed this jade in Lake Mackenzie and asked for cleansing and asked for a blessing, and now I'm taking this home, and it's going to be a port, like a portal really, like a port for me to be able to transport myself energetically back to that place and to the energies and to all the different beings that I connected with when I was there. Yeah, Rebecca, you know, where do you live, Rebecca? She said Kagari is incredible, powerful place. So happy you experienced it. I am so happy I've experienced it. Gemma, you said you've been as well. Amazing. It is amazing. It's amazing. I saw this tall standing tree man. I felt the portal. I I saw all these light beings, the light there, the light. Let's talk about the light. The light is incredible. And then you also have the dingoes, and the dingoes came, and I experienced being with them. There were 5 of them at different points, and I really wanted to see them. But I feel like I have to go back because wow, basically wow, right? Nita said she's been and had a wonderful time. Also placed her wedding rings in the lake. I did. I placed my ring in the lake. You're in Sydney. Australia has amazing light. It does have amazing light, but that island has even more amazing light. I mean, you just look at the reeds. They're not like reeds. You don't see reeds. You see all these shimmering colors, and I could go on and on, but we're here to communicate. We're here to experience interspecies communication. And I was thinking, what's feeling strongest for me to share with you right now? And I really feel it's the whales. I feel it's the whales, I feel it's the dingoes, and actually I'm going to just give you a choice. I would like to create a communication experience for you to be able to communicate with one or the other, or maybe both. Maybe you will be able to communicate with both. I don't know how I'm going to create that, but I'm just going to do it intuitively, organically, because that's how we trust. Just going to trust it all. Megan, I am thinking of coming to the West Coast. And maybe even Tasmania another time. If there's enough people interested, people want me to come and to share, then I would really happily do that. So, let me know if you have communicated with animals before, but just give me a yes so that I can gauge where we are with everybody listening. Have you communicated with animals before? Just put a yes in the comments for me, and we will see. I also saw kangaroos, and I was like, kangaroos. And I saw kangaroos doing kangaroo things, right? Jumping, lounging, sunbathing. Okay, we've got lots of yeses. Yeah, the dingoes really need a voice. Got lots of yeses. Whales, yes, 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 yes. Not quite yet. That's okay. I'm going to create this in a way that if you have no animal communication experience at all, you can still join me and everybody. Before we do that, I just want to highlight these dingoes actually, because you're right. I wrote a blog about them, and we'll share that in the comments. It's called Reshaping the Dingo Narrative, a look at interspecies peace. Because what I do feel, and I do feel this in lots of other countries, not just Australia, that there's still a disconnection at some points. There isn't interspecies peace all the time. And certainly, you know, some of the advertising that I've seen around dingoes really hurts me. I feel hurt by it, the things that are being said about them. So please do have a look at the blog that I wrote. I think Gemma's going to be able to put it in the comments for me. I don't know whether I can do that myself. I might be able to. And then we'll also communicate with them right now. Okay. All right, everybody, let's just dive in. This always works best when we dive in. And just in case I forget to say it, because I often do right at the end, please, please, please like my page, follow me, share these lives with your friends on your pages. Let's ripple out animal communication and interspecies communication across the world. And please subscribe to my mailing list as well, and then you get to hear about everything that's going on. And also, I'll be able to send you the blogs that I write and lots of other interesting things about what's going on and what the animals are communicating. Okay, so that's that little technical thing that I always forget to do. Oh yeah, the brumbies, that's the other thing, the horses. I saw wild horses actually going up to Hervey Bay and back again. There's a wonderful animal communicator called Billy Dean who is on a mission to speak up for the brumbies. So if you are interested in that, if you want to help save these horses, if you care about them, please do check out her and her work with them. Billy Dean. I imagine her website is billydean.com. I can't remember, but you'll find her. All right, everybody. So I invite you to close your eyes. You don't need to see me. You do need to get comfortable in your chair. Relax your hands in your lap. And have a think about whether you would like to communicate with the whales or whether you would like to communicate with the dingoes. And with your eyes closed, I invite you to take 3 deep, slow breaths. Place your left hand over your heart center. Connect with your love for your own animals, species that you love. And that love comes into your heart space with focus. And just breathe into your heart center. Imagine breathing in love into your heart center and breathing out love. Breathing in love into your heart center and breathing out love. And keep breathing in and out of your heart. And have the intention that this love, like a soft beam of light, is reaching the species you'd like to connect with. The whales, the humpbacks, or the dingoes. And imagine now that you see them in front of you. With your mind's eye. And if you're not a visual person, just trust that they're there. Because you've sent out this invitation of love and you've thought of them. And having the intention, I'd like to communicate with you. I love you, I love you, I love you. And be present. Be present with this species. You may be standing on the beach seeing the humpback out in the ocean, or you may be in the ocean or on a boat in the ocean with the humpback. You may be standing on the beach with the dingo, or seeing them up by the bushes or across the beach from you. And you say, thank you. Thank you for being present with me. Every time your mind wanders, bring it back to the breath and the present moment with the dingo, with the whale. And I invite you to ask this animal, the one that you're with, ask them a question from your heart. What would you like to ask them? Perhaps you are asking them, how can I help you? How can I support you? And you're waiting in that presence for a response. A response that you hear with your internal voice, that you feel emotionally, that you sense in your physical body, or you have a gut knowing. And accept the very first thing that comes to you. And reconnect with your heart, just having your left hand over your heart. Breathing in, breathing out. And now ask this animal, do you have a message for me? Or do you have a gift for me? May I have my message or my gift now, please? And then breathing in and breathing out. Take this opportunity to communicate anything that you wish to communicate to this species, the dingo or the whale. What is it you would like to share with them? And you can share that by voicing it out loud or saying it quietly in your mind, picturing it to them, sending an emotion, sending a physical sensation, and trusting that your communication reaches them. And when you finish communicating with the dingo or the humpback, thank them. Thank you for communicating with me. Surround them in your love, using your intention, seeing this beautiful field of love energy around them. And then softening back into your own heart space. Feeling your connection with the earth energy through your feet. And then opening your eyes. And I'd love you to share with me, share with everybody, what did you experience? So start with the species. So write dingo or write whale or humpback and write what you experienced. So what would you like to communicate with me? What is your message or gift for me? And then what you communicated to this species. So first we asked the dingo and the whale, what would you like to communicate? Then we asked, have you got a message or gift for me? And then we shared our communication with them. Anything that you wanted to say with them. So when I communicated with the dingo, I'll share mine first, so give you all a chance to be type and put into the comments what you experienced. When I communicated with the dingo just then, I had the message which was, come in peace in all your interactions with us. Come in peace in all your interactions with us, from dingo. Lucilo 11 said, whale is pure love itself. Beautiful, nice sharing. I had from the whale, bring peace in your heart. Bring peace in your heart. Peace again. Megan had, the dingoes want me to show videos and information about how gentle that they are. They want people to know that they are not out there to hurt people, as they are a very gentle species. Lovely. Tash says, this is amazing, thank you. My 4-year-old son is obsessed with whales. I love that. Black Moon said, I saw the entire island with the whales and the dingoes. They were both present and eager to talk with me. They wanted me, us humans, to be the voice, the light, the power for us. I love that. What a great communication, Black Moon Cave. And did they give you a message or a gift? Did they give you anything like that? And what did you communicate back to them? So there were 3 things we did in that communication. We asked them what they'd like to communicate. We asked them for a message or a gift. And then we asked, oh, balloons. Then we asked for, we didn't ask, we shared our own communication with them. Isabel said she communicated with the whale, talking about their path up the coast, because here the humpbacks swim up from Antarctica, up the east side coast of Australia, up to Great Barrier Reef. You said, I communicated how concerned I was about how many of them being caught in human fishing paraphernalia. Whale watching is so important to get humans to love the whales and be concerned about them. And the message was, do not be caught upon our pain we endure. Do not be caught in our pain we endure, Isabel. Or maybe I'm just not understanding quite there. June had Dingo said, we are so misunderstood, and the message for me was that more work needs to be done to make visitors aware they cannot feed us. Yeah. And it's actually not good for them, is it, to be fed human food? They need to be able to go and find their own food. And by feeding them human food, it just brings them into contact with us more. And with so many people having no clue about dingoes, that's when misunderstandings and conflict can happen. Okay, thank you, Isabel. So you said, do not be caught up on our pain we endure. That makes sense. Anne Elizabeth communicated with Humpback. Love all beings. Practice sending love to all beings. Charmaine said, whales showed me being deep in the dark ocean and how this is the same as being up deep in the cosmos and the stars. Yes. Love that you have that. Linking the two energetically. They were talking about singing our own song into the world, and I shared gratitude with them for all they do and be. Charmaine, that's such a beautiful bit of communication, and I'm so grateful that you shared that with us all. It's getting also very busy on the Instagram, so let's have a look at that. So Megan said, the dingoes gave me a gift to remind me to keep singing, and when I tune into their energy, they will help me with making my voice stronger and louder. Gorgeous. Katie said, whale. I had images of the whale swimming with his family. He kept circling around and looking at me and smiling straight at me. He was showing me they prefer summer to winter. Well, that's when they do a lot of feeding, I think. Black Moon said, they blessed me on my forehead. It felt like the warmth of the sun on my head. Whoa, amazing. Look at your communications. Get you, it's so good. Foe and Ryder on Instagram said, my message to them was, I'm sorry for the damage humans cause, and I hope we'll find a way to live in harmony in a way all life deserves. Exactly. If we can all aim for and vision interspecies peace, harmony and balance and coexistence, the more we communicate with all of these different species who we share this planet with, I truly believe the greater that harmony and peace can build. When we really understand each other and what each other needs, that we don't need to come into conflict. There doesn't need to be a them and us. We can all be together, but it's this deep understanding that comes from interspecies communication that can help this. I see that, Leela, you said you saw, with Dingo, you saw a mum with 3 pups playing, and she said, the love you feel for your canine friends reaches us. We welcome and appreciate that. Beautiful. Her message was, free your heart and stand your ground. And Leela's in Hungary. Michelle said that the dingoes said they wanted to be understood and wanted to work alongside us. They ask that we educate others. They want peace and love. And we can all do that. We can all help raise awareness. And it's not about creating blame or shame, telling people what to do. I think if we just talk about why we love dingoes and what we know about them and what they're communicating, sowing those seeds like a pebble, ripple effect, can make such a difference, and we can do it in such a gentle way that people can engage rather than feeling they want to be defensive about this. Julie said dingo is misunderstood. Light energy, but not the same as fox. Totally agree. And the gift was something orange. And you said, I told dingo that I would speak up to people who wish to kill and cull them. Also seems in Australia, if I have this right, that different states have different approaches to dingoes as well. And maybe that is to do with, well, honestly, so many things. It could be to do with land, wanting to use the land that dingoes are on. It could be to do with not enough land for the dingoes, so coming more into human habitats because they're hungry, because they don't have the same availability of wildlife to feed themselves. So many things. Anna said she communicated with dingo and had an overwhelming sense of grief with an instant release of tears, showing me how they are part of their ecosystem with the people, the land and the oceans. The sense of love and connectedness of all in one place. And as she understands it, I need to make changes in myself to be true to my heart. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Rebecca said the whale had me in tears again. They asked me to trust fully that I'm walking in the footprints like a map, and all I need to do is trust each step, and this will be so impactful, more than you realize. I can feel the energy of whale. Can anyone else feel the energy of whale when I read that out? I get ripple effects down my back of my head and my neck. Black Moon, you said, I in turn told them to trust us, the humans. They have equal right to the earth as us. I think they know that. And even though it's few humans, we are dedicated to them being here with full right and love. Yeah. Yep, yep, yep. Lorraine says she communicated with dingo, such a moving and emotional communication. They are asking for understanding from humans about them. We are a loving species and have so much to share. And I was gifted a beautiful dingo pup to watch grow and learn from each other. Tears in my eyes and so much love to the dingoes. And Olja, I'm probably saying your name wrong. Apologize if I am, my love. Dolphin came to you. I wondered whether they would come to anybody. Where there's a whale, there's often a dolphin. And shared so much joyfulness and so much love that we could share with each other. Yes, love that. Trish said that was very interesting. Dingo came to me, sat close by. I could smell dingo. Dingo want to be part of my communicating with the whale, to participate for the love and the peace. So both. Dingo gave me smells and a sense of light, sun and warmth, asked for our protection. I had a sense of affection. And whale gave me a personal message about my daughter. Vast, vast energy. Beautiful. You're communicating so well. So, so well. Well done, everybody. I'm loving what you're receiving. And I think it's really important that we are sharing it with each other as well. Yeah, so Rebecca confirmed what I felt, which different laws in each state. Why is that? Why is that? I mean, you are a huge country. I suppose you have to have different rules in different states. Okay, so this sharing today is all about whales and dingoes. Charlie said, I told the whale that they are seen and not forgotten. Many, many humans love them, see them, and get so much joy from seeing and even just knowing that they are sharing the same planet. Yeah, so beautiful. When I went out on my third whale watching trip, which was the one from Hervey Bay. Why is it called Hervey Bay when it's spelled Hervey Bay? That's something that's just, what's going on, Australians? Anyway, I was going out on the boat and oh my God, it was cold. It was so cold on Saturday and I was wrapped up with everything and it was, the wind was there and the boat was, it was so rough. And I thought, oh, this is a lot. I get terrible motion sickness. Even though I'd taken my tablets, I thought, I'm quite sensitive. This is really impacting me. So I remembered when I was in Hawaii and I'd got motion sickness there, I asked the dolphins for help. And the dolphins said, oh, well, just merge with us. And so I went out the second day and I used the technique that I teach where I merge with the dolphin. And oh, it was so much smoother and peaceful and the ocean was my home. And of course I felt good in it. And I thought on this boat going out to the whales on Saturday, I thought, I know what I need to do. I need to merge with the whales. And so I closed my eyes, which you tend to not do if you have motion sickness. You're trying to look at the horizon. But I actually closed my eyes. I went through my process. I communicated with the whales. And I said, I'd really like to merge with you. And immediately I saw 5 whales. I saw a big one and slightly smaller. And then I saw 2 behind. And then I saw 1 to the side. And the first larger one and I merged. And I felt I was in the ocean and I was the humpback whale and it was so calm and so peaceful and I felt fantastic. And the weird thing was, because that's not weird. The weird thing was that my body was like, it's jigging around on the boat, but the rest of me, my consciousness was merged with a humpback whale in the ocean and I felt fantastic. So if you, like me, you get motion sickness, my advice, go merge with a dolphin or a whale. And so we got out and there were 2 whales together and 1 whale to the side. And then the single whale went off and the 2 whales stayed and they played a lot and there was a lot of breaching and fluke slapping and pectoral fin slapping and, you know, the whole thing that they do in communication. And they did it for ages and they came around our boat and one of them headed right to the side of the boat where I was standing, their big face coming right towards me and then turned at the last moment. Wow. It was just wow. And I thought, okay, that's 3. And then we had to head back, so we were heading back. And I said to my friend, I said, that's really odd because I thought we were going to encounter 5 whales, but there were only 3. There were the 2 and the 1, and the 1 went off. But where are the other 2? And we're traveling back, and literally halfway back, there were the other 2, and they were waiting for us. And they greeted us, and they breached, and they breached, and they breached, and it was just beautiful. And I was like, that's 5. And we didn't see any other whales for the rest of the journey back. There were 5. How does that happen? I don't know how that happens. But as I've learned, you don't have to be a mechanic to be able to drive a car. There is so much trust involved in interspecies communication. I think the universe is incredibly magical. I think that there is so many possibilities from infinity to infinity. And the more we surrender to the magic and the possibilities of what is possible, the more incredible our life can be, with all these other sort of non-3D linear experiences that we can have. Okay. I'm going to start wrapping it up. I know that we've had so many amazing comments. Your communication has been awesome, people. Thank you so much. I mean, you're brilliant. You're communicating. If it's your first time, I hope it went well. Let me know in the comments. Say first time, and then thumbs up or thumbs down or whatever, hearts for amazing. Let me know in the comments if it was your first time, how it went for you, and we can share that. Yeah, so there are other people here. So Mary is being really, really helpful now, because she's saying restate laws read dingoes different because of the tenor of different state governments. Yeah, okay. So those dominated by right-wing supposed farming party nationals think dingoes kill lambs and calves. So again, it's about that hierarchy, isn't it? Where humans, some, not all, probably not us, some humans think they're part of top of this pyramid structure, and then animals that they sell for profit, farmed animals, are more important than other species. I don't personally believe that. I believe that all beings are equal beings, and that we live in a circle of life on Mother Earth, which is round, and that we all here for a purpose. Mother Nature created us all for a purpose, and that does include human beings, and we all have amazing gifts. And maybe if more of us share our amazing gifts with the world and with each other, and just share more love. And I know that sounds woo-woo, right? But it's so this is the frequency. Love is the frequency that we resonate at when we are in harmony and when we are in health. Yes, wolves too. Wolves. So many species. And not just the big ones, and not just the mammals. We have to remember the lizards. We have to remember the insects. Bees. We have to remember everybody. But without stressing, just sharing our love and our appreciation and our reverence for them, and speaking about them with others through our passion, through our love for them, and rippling out and raising the frequency and raising consciousness. And we can do it, and we can do it together. All right, my beautiful, beautiful beings. I'm not going to go to an hour today. I'm going to wrap it up now. But I will be back online in another week, next Monday. But next time I am going to be on UK time. So I know that's really hard for the Australians. So I'm glad I managed to be with you all twice on your time zone. But if you can join me on my UK time zone moving forward, or at least listen to the replays and share them with others if you feel that they resonate with you, and if you feel that that is the message that you wish to share, I would be so, so grateful. Let us keep communicating with the animals. Let us keep listening to them and gaining deeper and deeper communication. Much love to you all. Just remember, follow, like, share, join, do the whole thing. I would love you to continue to be part of my community and to engage with me further. I am doing these weekly live streams every Monday, all the way through to Christmas. So it'd be great if you could join me. Much love. Take care, everybody. Bye for now. I'm flying back to the UK tomorrow. I'll be on a plane. My last night in Australia. Thank you, Australia. Thank you, thank you, thank you. From my heart to yours. I love this country and I love the people. It goes without saying I love the animals, right? The non-humans. But the humans are fabulous too. You've got so much heart. You've got so much humour. I just think you're the bee's knees. You are the bee's knees, Australians. Love you. Thank you so much for having me in your country. Until next time, take care everyone. Bye for now.